Hey everyone, Tom here, and today we're going to go through how to inspect and clean the strainer assembly for a D14MZ3000. So first we're going to need to locate our strainer assembly and remove it from our concentrate. As always, whenever dealing with chemicals, you want to make sure that you have the proper PPE on for any of the chemicals or nutrients you're going to be working with. Now that we've located and removed our strainer assembly from our concentrate, we can go ahead and inspect and clean. To do that, locate the bottom weighted end of your strainer assembly. Once you've located the bottom weighted end, go ahead and unscrew the weighted end of your strainer. Next, locate the duckbill seal inside your strainer and remove by tapping down. Once you've removed the duckbill seal, gently pinch it between your fingers to check the slit for any debris or particles, rinsing with fresh water if need to. Next, go ahead and take some fresh water and clean the screen on your strainer assembly. Once both these pieces are clean, we can reinstall our duckbill seal. To do that, take the seal and install the tapered end into the small opening in the bottom of the strainer. Next, reinsert or retighten down the weighted end by hand tightening it on to the bottom of the strainer. At this time, we can go ahead and cut fresh tips for the connection points between our strainer and our check valve assembly. To do that, we're going to simply loosen the nut and pull the ferrule and the hose off of the strainer together. Remove the ferrule from the hose assembly and take a sharp blade and cut a new square, even end to the hose tip. Once you've cut a new flush, square, and even tip, reinstall the ferrule by pushing it onto the end of the hose, large end first, and push it down a short ways so that a very small amount of the hose is exposed through the end. Then we can reattach by pushing the ferrule and hose onto the strainer and hand tightening the nut. You can now reinsert your strainer assembly into your concentrate. We're going to go ahead and show you how to locate, inspect, and reinstall the check valve assembly on your D14MZ3000. Now first, to locate it, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the very bottom of our injection stem assembly. Now, to remove the check valve assembly, go ahead and remove the lowest nut, which is called our check valve nut. Once that's removed, set it off to the side. Now, we can place one hand under the check valve barb and use the other hand to pull down on the check valve. Now, the check valve consists of two pieces, an upper and a lower assembly. The upper assembly may come out with the barb, as in this situation, or it may stay up inside the stem or fall out loose. Locate the upper check valve assembly for inspection. Inspect the seal on the top and the bottom between the rubber gasket and the plastic washers all the way around. If you need to, go ahead and rinse this with fresh water, or if it is damaged, replace it. To reinstall the check valve, set it back onto the barb with the arrow pointing up. To reinstall, take the check valve and barb and push them both up into the lower part of the injection stem together. Then, go ahead and take your check valve nut and thread that on and tighten it hand tight. Now that we've got our check valve reinstalled, we can go ahead and turn on the water to check for any drips or leaks. Once the unit is pressurized, take a look for any water to be coming out of our check valve barb. If there is any drips or leaks coming out at this time, go ahead and replace the check valve assembly. If not, go ahead and reinstall our hose assembly and we can begin injecting. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to locate and inspect the plunger assembly on your D14MZ3000. So to first locate the plunger assembly, we're going to need to remove our injection stem assembly. To do that, go ahead and grab our injection stem assembly nut and unthread it from the body. Then pull down on our entire injection stem assembly to expose the plunger. We're going to want to make sure that this white rod is straight and free from any dirt or damage. We're then going to want to locate the small plunger seal at the bottom of the plunger and check it for any damage or wear. You want to make sure that the seal is smooth and that it has nice squared off edges. Clean it with fresh water if you need to at this point. If it is damaged, go ahead and replace the entire assembly or seal, whatever is needed. After checking and cleaning and replacing if needed, we can go ahead and reinstall our injection stem assembly. To do that, locate the small hole on the white injection stem and insert the plunger into that hole and gently push up on the injection stem assembly. Then locate the tooth on the stem assembly and the groove on the body and make sure they are lined up as you push the stem assembly up into place. You can then tighten down your injection stem nut and tighten the assembly on hand tight. We're going to go ahead and take you through the different nuts on the injection stem assembly for the D14MZ3000 and give you a rundown of their purpose. So what we're going to do is start at the top. This here is the injection stem assembly nut. The purpose of this nut is to hold the entire injection stem assembly onto the body of the unit. Next, we'll get down to our adjustment sleeve. This is used to change the ratio or percentage on your unit. Right below that is the locking nut. This is the nut with the little unlock or lock emblem on side, and it's used to unlock or lock the adjustment of our adjusting sleeve. Right below that is our check valve nut. The check valve nut is used to hold the barb and check valve assembly onto the stem of the unit. Lastly, we have our hose nut. Our hose nut attaches to the check valve barb and is utilized to hold the hose assembly onto the unit itself. Now, if at any point during maintenancing of the unit you accidentally remove one or more of the incorrect nuts, please ensure that they are put back on in the correct order, or the unit may not function correctly. If you do have any questions about the order or how to reinstall any components of the unit, please give us a call today, and as always, thanks for watching.